Good afternoon, folks. That was my cue that I have to be here on time. I'm so happy to see you all. Welcome. On behalf of Vision Aid, all of our volunteers, it's my pleasure to welcome you today to this show. I also want to express thanks to more than 1,000 viewers who are watching us on Zoom. So thank you all, wherever you are. We really appreciate, and I know some of you are in India, we really appreciate you joining us, and it's going to be a great show for you. Thank you. I also want to express my deep gratitude for all our esteemed sponsors. The show would not be possible, our help would not be possible without your donations and your benevolence. As you all know, all 50 of us in the United States are volunteers. So every cent that we raise here in USA goes directly to help the visually impaired in India. Folks, you are in for a treat today. We have two treats for you. One is obviously the show, the Jewel of Justice. And the second treat is our keynote speakers, Mukesh and Preeti. Now, many of you already know Mukesh and Preeti. They are the most distinguished entrepreneurs as well as exemplary people who help the community. Mukesh and Preeti, we are very thankful to you both for joining us today, and we really appreciate you coming. Friends, the show is only 2 hours long, but I must tell you that it takes a lot of effort and time and diligence and talent to put the show on. Our dancers, all 60 of them, are all volunteers, and they have been practicing since April of this year to put on the show. So we thank all our dancers, all our distinguished directors, and our mentors who take the time and help them, especially Jayanti and Shri Priya. And there are many more that I want to thank, but these two are the main leaders. Now, we are also very grateful, like usual, to our renowned producer and choreographer, Shri Muralidharan. Shri Muralidharan is a very distinguished producer and choreographer in Tamil Nadu, and he has been helping us for the past many years. Him and his wife, they put on this wizardry and special effects and make it a spectacular show. So you will be seeing this thing shortly when we put on the show. So we thank Mr. Muralidharan for helping us all the time for putting on the show. Now, in the next few minutes, I would like to share with you some of the accomplishments that we have achieved in the past 12 months. We have given you bits and pieces over the year, but I would like to highlight all the things that we have been able to accomplish in the past 12 months. So, since our meeting in 2021, we have made a lot of new things, introduced a lot of new products to help the visually impaired. The medical staff and the management of our partners, the hospital partners, some of them are number 1 and number 4 in India, has been outstanding. They have been very cooperative. Without their help, we cannot do many things, but these people have been so outstanding that I have to thank them, all the doctors, all the management of these hospitals. They took the lead in launching several innovative technologies. Now, they do a lot of screening, they do provide help, they provide evaluation and all kind of training, but they also took the lead in introducing 2 new technologies, the smart vision glasses and the smartphones. These are very, very valuable tools, and they were the ones who made it possible for us to spread the news all over India. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of press coverage in India, as well as we got many good testimonials from the users, as well as we got exposure to a lot of politicians and people who can make a difference with their knowledge of these devices. Because at the end, we need everybody in India to know the value that Vision Aid is bringing, the value of these tools that are being brought to Vision Aid. So this is the leadership of the hospitals who work with us: Arvind, Shantanu Nethralaya, LV Prasad, Shroff, and there are many others, VHS, CECF, but many hospitals that have been on the lead in helping us. As a matter of fact, with the success of our work with these hospitals, we'll be announcing 2 new centers in this year. One center will be in Chennai, and we do thank Kasturi, Dr. Kasturi, and Dr. Prasad for helping us with the center. The second center is going to be in Kolkata, and that is due to the benevolence of the Saxena Family Foundation. So we are opening 2 new centers, and both these centers are at the behest of Shantanu Nethralaya. We have such a good relationship, working relationship with them, that they want to work with us more and provide more assistance to many people. Another project that we want to expose you to is our project Springboard. Many people do not know that many blind schools in India, they do not provide the necessary skills to all these people to be successful once they graduate. So we took a special interest in very few schools that we are going to provide them with new technologies, new education, a meaningful skill base that they can go after they graduate, that they can go for higher education or they can go find some jobs. So we have been focusing on these schools. There are 20 of them all across India, and we have been providing them with a new technology called Tactile Braille books. Now, and thank you, Ram and Mituji, for your funding of the program. This Tactile is a new technology by RFL and by IIT Delhi. What it allows the blind students to do is to recognize simple objects. You'll be amazed to know that many of these students have never experienced what does an elephant look like. You know, what does a duck look like? So when they use these books, it exposes them to make a view and imagine what are the ordinary things look like. And also, the other part of the STEM books is that these books have been tailored to teach them the science, technology, and all the other subjects which are going to be necessary for them to succeed in life. So again, this technology, we have distributed close to 1,000 books this year, and in the next coming year, we're going to be distributing many more to these kids. So these are simple technologies that we're introducing, but these are the kind of things which are going to help them learn beyond simple courses which are not going to be very helpful. They can learn different languages. Now, in another groundbreaking, significant development, we launched a very impactful identification and interception program. It's a UN program, we are doing it in partnership with Perkins School for the Blind. Perkins is a fantastic partner. They have been very helpful. What this program entails, for the first time with us, that it involves people going from door to door in the rural areas and villages and find out the kids who are at risk and intercept them and help them out. So we have started this program around the region of Agra, and we have gone to more than 300 villages, and we're going to be going to more than hundreds or more villages as time passes on. With the success of this program, we will be launching this program in many more metropolitan areas in India. Now, we have Paige, Rebecca, and Lisa from Perkins with us today. I cannot see you with all the lights, but thank you very much for being such great partners and we really appreciate you. In another very exciting example of technology, we've introduced artificial intelligence-based smart vision glasses. And I think you have seen them. We'll be showing much more about these glasses. We feel this is going to be boom to all the blind people and severely visually impaired people. It'll help them navigate, it'll help them read, it'll help them recognize faces, and many more things. Now this is a collaboration between VisionAid and SHG Technologies. We are very thankful to Mr. Ramu Mutangi, who is the CEO, who has spent most of his time in Bangalore. He lives in California, but he has spent most of his time in Bangalore to create this innovation. And he brought the cost down to an affordable level by a factor of 10. Because as you know, the Western alternatives are very expensive and they are not affordable. So with the innovation that he has brought in, that we believe that in time, when we get more volume, that they will drop in price even further. And we should be able to help many, many more people in due time. Now, we also want to thank the Palakurti Foundation, which helped us fund the smart vision glasses. And we want to thank many of the people like Sushil Tully Family Foundation and Alkaji, Ashok Khanna and Beenuji, and Surja and Jabashishji for recognizing the importance and value of the smart vision glasses and donating substantially to jumpstart so many of our poor people can afford them. And so this is just the beginning. And we will, as time goes on, with your help, we will be able to give these glasses to many, many needy people in India. And I tell you, there are hundreds and thousands of needy people in India that we believe in due time will be able to take advantage of these glasses. These are fantastic. And you will see a video, and you can be your own judges to see what are the capabilities of these glasses. Now, it is a matter of our pride that we have a homegrown testing facility called Digital Accessibility Testing. What it means is that all disabled people, when you and I go on the web, we can see what's going on. We can click and do all the things, but the handicapped and disabled people cannot see what's going on the web. So with the accessibility feature, now they can also enjoy all the websites that are all enterprises. Now, our team, which is mostly blind and visually impaired, won a contract for the second time, a repeat contract from University of Massachusetts. So I want to give a big hand to all these folks. And also to John Rockford, who is a prime mover in University of Massachusetts. And he is a very benevolent driver and visionary who's helping many people do all the technology transfer and make us helpful. The other thing that we feel opportunity is that not only the digital accessibility testing is a very unique ability, but we found out that we deliver one of the best in class because many of the trainers of our facility are coming from the leading institutions like Infosys and other places. So we said to our folks, we want you to benchmark how good is our DAT technology. And they benchmarked and came back with a report and said, here are the leaders who are doing it, and we have the best in class. And I'm also very glad to tell you that many of our students are getting jobs in many companies, multinational companies, as well as Indian companies. So it's a great step forward, and we believe that we will be able to offer them opportunities, because one of the problems we have in India is that the visually impaired are the most ignored of all the disabilities. And we are creating an opportunity for all of them. Now, we also kicked off a program in India, our first ever annual event in India, which we believe is also going to generate a lot of publicity and coverage in India. One of the things which we need to do here as well as in India, is to spread the message of the possibilities that are available to all the people. So having a program here as well as in India will spread the message to a lot of people that, hey, there's a lot of possibility. Just because they cannot see does not mean that they cannot be productive members of the Indian society. So this is one of the messages that I beseech you all, that every time you get a message, please spread the message, and we're doing the same things every way we can, by the press, by one-on-one, by all the messages. So we have that, and we have a great team in India who are very, very dedicated. We have VLN, VJ, Colonel Sitaram, Dr. Sitaram, who spend all the time, and we have many other members of the team and coaches who spend a lot of time in making these things happen. Now, just to summarize some of the achievements, there are a lot of achievements, and you will see them as we go on. I don't have the time, but I don't want to repeat a lot of things. Now, in the past year, we exceeded to support more than 10,000 visually impaired and blind people in India. We educated more than 1,000 people in computers, in software, in communication skills, in interviewing skills, so that they can get jobs. So we are making all these things available to everybody wherever we can to make it happen. Now, in the coming second year of our 3-year plan, we have a plan, which is we have a 3-year plan. So many people think that we just operate just like that, but we do have a plan. And we do thank Venkat and Pratima. They are our strategic visionaries, and they advise us. Venkat has a lot of meetings with us and telling us, because obviously he's one of the innovators in our area. So thank you, Venkat, for helping us out and advising us what are the right things and the possibilities. We do appreciate it. Our aim is to bring the number to 15,000 next year from 10,000 this year, and we believe that we will be able to do it. With all your help and all the help that we have in India, we will be able to meet our goals and maybe exceed them, and very soon exceed 20,000. But with smart vision glasses, it is my belief and belief of many other people that in this decade, before the end of this decade, we should be able to help hundreds of thousands of people with the smart vision glasses. It is just a matter of price, cost, that we bring it down, that people can afford it. So this is just going to take place. Now, before I conclude my remarks, I want to recognize the unparalleled, exemplary volunteer effort by Ram and Lalit. Ram and Lalit are the founders and the co-founders of this Vision Aid. They started with nothing, and now we are here helping thousands of people in India. Now, Ram was awarded the Derek Bok Award by Harvard for his excellence in service to the community. And Revati was awarded Woman of the Year in 2019. So people are recognizing them. And I'm personally very proud to be associated with them for all the work they do. And I think for them, I think they're 36 hours in a day. For us, it's 24. It's 36 hours for them. I truly believe it. Because I get messages, I go to sleep pretty late, and in the morning there are messages from them. So I said, you must be working all night. I also want to thank all the volunteer team. You may have met some of them before you came to this hall. Some of them are back in the projection room. Some of them are doing the logistics. Some of them just went and hung the balloons outside. Some of them are doing logistics. I want to appreciate all 50 of them who are here, who have been spending weeks after weeks in rehearsals and preparing for the show so we can all enjoy it. So I do appreciate all of them. I can take many names. We have many people. There are 2 Sanjays, one Sanjay Jain, who is the one who broadcasts everything for us in India and here. So thank you, Sanjay. There's another Sanjay who's right here with us, making the movies and other things. And then we have Aparna, we have RK, Dr. RK, and we have Arun, and we have many, many people who have been helping us manage not only this program, but they also manage our relationship with our hospitals. And it is due to their effort that many of these hospitals have such good working relationship with them. And many of them are graduates of the college when they were in India. So we have a very good relationship with all of them. So I thank you all for helping us out and making this a very successful event. And now, I'm going to turn it over to Ram and Revati to express our gratitude for all the immense help that we have received from all of the sponsors. And then they're going to introduce the chief guests. Thank you, Ram and Revati. Very proud to be part of the team. Thank you very much.